Today you will be learning about Ludwig van Beethoven. It will be brief introductory information, which by no means is inclusive of all the fascinating details about him. Ludwig van Beethoven was born in 1770 in Bonn, Germany. Music was a common theme in his family, as Beethoven's grandfather was in the choir of the Archbishop Elector of Cologne, who later became the music director. Beethoven's father had also been a singer in the same choir, and he became a keyboard and violin teacher later in life. His father was the one who first taught music to Beethoven. When he turned 5, he had begun to learn keyboard, violin, and viola. His parents recognized his musical skill and started to promote him as a child prodigy. At 10 years old, Beethoven started his studies with a well-known German opera composer named Christian Neff, who taught him composition. Neff was the most important teacher he had in his early years. Beethoven had written his first works with him, which were published when he was 12. At this time, Archduke Maximilian Franz of Austria appointed Beethoven as the court organist. Essentially, this was the highest honor below the music director. At age 17, this Archduke had granted Beethoven leave so he could go to Vienna to study as Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's pupil. The trip had to be cut short after 2 weeks due to the news of his mother's illness and consequently her death. His home life was brutal. However, this tumultuous life had birthed his madness. Up until this point, music was thought of as nothing more than background noise. It was an accompaniment during dinner and parties where it provided a lull to soundtrack for guests while they would socialize, never really acknowledging it. Beethoven had shifted this course of music forever. He had always been a proud, headstrong individual, so these are the qualities by which he approached music. At the time, it was known that lowly musicians were to enter through the back doors so as not to cause any disturbance at parties, but Beethoven would always walk through the front doors announcing his presence. He wrote jarring music with a range of dynamics, for example his well-known Surprise Symphony, that caused party guests to pay attention to the background noise. He was pivotal to shaping music and performance etiquette as we know it, where people would watch and listen to performances instead of talking over them, clap when it was over, and eventually attend exclusively orchestral shows as a form of entertainment. Ludwig van Beethoven was a German composer that helped to define the classical period and solidify music as how we know today. His work later in life was a part of the Romantic era in music, which he pioneered. His music differed from others before him because they were individualistic, emotional, and dramatic. He was a musical revolutionary who composed some 240 works throughout his life, which is significantly less than other well-known composers. To give you an idea, Bach wrote over 1,000 pieces of music throughout his lifetime, Mozart wrote more than 600, and Haydn wrote nearly 500. However, Beethoven still has some of the most recognizable pieces that continue to grace people's ears today.